Hello everyone, welcome to T.T.T YouTube channel. Myself Chaitanya. Today in this session we are going to discuss about project management. So in the DCET subjects you have one of the subject is project management skills. So these are the topics what I am going to discuss for you in this session, that is definition of project, project management skills, constraints of project, features of project and types of project. So as you people know that in this subject you have 5 chapters and each chapters are going to carry 4 marks. So totally you will be having 20 marks from this subject, and main thing you know that there is no calculations, no formula to remember for you people, so completely of theory based. So one thing you should be knowing that you must be understanding each and every concept. We cannot predict 100% that you are getting such type of questions, in the sense the same question you are getting. No, because as it is a theory based, we can't say that what way they are going to ask the questions. Okay, so you should, the only one strategy or one tool to get a 20 marks easily, you should understand the concept very well. Okay, fine, let's move on. It is not a scary thing or whatever the thing. You understand the concept, everything will be easy. So first beginning, what is project? Why I am starting with the what definition of project, in the sense you can also expect definitions type of questions in a MCQs. So they may give you the definition and ask you what does it mean. Okay, so first thing, project. It's nothing but, see, as you are getting some projects or you are getting into one work, what are the things you are doing there to complete the work what has been allotted to you? You have to perform some tasks, some activities. Okay, so easily I can say you project is a series of tasks. Okay, fine, series of tasks in the sense, see, there will be n number of tasks, that is A, B, C, D. I am going to take it as a task or activities. So each task will be in a sequence order. It means that each are interrelated to one another. Fine. So it is series of tasks. They has to be completed within a certain duration. So you have a limitations of time there, and for what you are performing those tasks, end of the thing you need some outcome or the result. Fine, understood? So simple thing, project, series of tasks. For what you are doing those tasks, means that another word we can say you have to reach some goal there. Okay, you have end goal there. To reach that goal, you need to perform some task. So that task must be completed. You can't say I will finish it for 2 years, 3 years. No, there is some durations there. Okay, so time limitations, goal oriented to get some result. Fine. So simple definition for the project. Now the next thing, you know, what is a project management? What is project management? Project, you know, we are performing some task. So how do you perform those tasks? How do you complete or reach your goal by taking those tasks? Nothing but simple way, you are applying your knowledge. Okay, see, whatever the project we are entering into that, we do some research. Okay, research, we collect some data regarding that, so that after acquiring some knowledge, we are going to apply those knowledge and we will be trained something about those works. So we will be having some skills there, we will be using some tools and techniques there to complete the project. So to complete those activities or to meet the project requirements, we are applying these things. Okay, that is what we call it as project management. So simple definition of project management is application of knowledge, skills, tools and techniques to the project requirements, okay, or the activities whatever we are doing. So simple definition. So wherever you see application or apply or application or using, okay, we are using our skills, tools and all to do the activities, that is nothing but project management. Okay, very important question. Then what is the main objective of this project management? Why we need to do or we have to concentrate on this project management? Means main thing, what we need to reach our goal, means we have to reach our final deliverables. In a finite time and a finite budget. Whatever the budget is been fixed, whatever the time duration we have to reach our goal. That is the main objective of this project management. Okay. Now moving into the next project management, and we have a word called as skills there, right? So coming to the skills, see what do you mean by skills? You go and search in a dictionary or a Google, you will Google it now. So you are getting a simple definition of this is the ability to do something well. Okay, the ability to do something well or in a expertise manner. Okay, skills is nothing but in a expertise manner you are performing some work. Okay, so that means that, see, when we are performing some projects works, we are doing some activities, so we come under some issues, right? In not only in some work, every day to day life we are coming under some issues. So how do you handle these issues? Okay, the capability of handling these issues, resolving it, problem solving it, and how do we communicate with each other, that is nothing but the skills what we need. Okay, now see, I can simple way I can say skills will be in different types. One is behavioral skills, okay, behavioral skills and technical skills. So behavioral skills in the means the communication, how do you solve the problems, how do you come over the risk, or how do you how do you communicate with your leaders, I told you communication and all. Okay, these are all coming under the behavioral. Coming to the technical, which tool you are using, which technique you are using or you are applying, or which methodologies or strategies you are going to apply, that are going to come under the technical skills. Okay, so being a manager or team leader of some project, what you have to do? You should be having both behavioral and technical skills. You should be good at both. Okay. Now, this is something brief about the skills. Coming to the next thing, I told you project. Why do we need to do the project? What are the reasons behind it? We are going to start up with the project, right, students? So, reasons, one thing, we have market requirements, we have customer requirements, right? So, because of the market need, there will be some expectations from the customer, competition in the market. For that, we have to start up with the new projects. Okay. So, reasons to start project. One thing is market need, the business need. We want to improve our business, we start to do with the new projects. Technological advancement, applying a new technologies according to the development of the society. Okay. Customer request, legal requirements, social needs and ecological considerations. These are the some reasons we need to start up with the project. Now, see, the main very important concept what I am discussing you here is a triple constraint in a project management. Okay, there are some risks we come over, or there are some constraints. Constraints in the sense I can say you have to concentrate on some dimensions when you are going to plan for a project. Okay, when before accepting the project or you are going to start up with the project, you have some dimensions or some constraints need to concentrate. That is nothing but is being explained by a triangle. So, we call it as a triple constraint triangle in project management. So, if I take here triangle, each vertex has time, cost and scope. Okay. So, important question, one question you may expect here, time, okay, then scope, then cost. These are the three constraints what we have to face in the project or we have to think about while during the continuation of the project. Okay. So, now I will explain you why do we say that it is time, scope and cost. What is time there, how do we consider that, what is scope, what is cost, how does the cost place there and all. Okay. So, simple way I can say you that time, you know that project has a definite start and end time. So time will play there. If there is overtime, it will affect our project. If it doesn't manage the time properly, then again it will affect to our project. So as the time increases, we are moving over the time. Obviously our cost is also increasing. Okay, cost or the budget of the project will increase. And coming to the scope, what do you mean by scope there? Scope is nothing but whatever the work you are going to perform. Okay, the work what you are performing to do the project, that and all coming under the scope. So if we take end projects, we can't do any type of work there. We have some limitations there, we have some boundaries. See, only within this the budget we have to do the work within that time. So we have a boundaries there. Within this only we have to complete the task. Fine. So that is also called as, that is nothing but a scope there. Fine. So these are the main constraints. So they may ask you what are the constraints of the project, triple constraints or 3 dimensions of the project, nothing but time, cost and scope. Okay. Let's move on this continuation of this. See, first thing I can tell you, scope. I told you already, this is nothing but whatever the limitations or boundaries we have in regarding to the work, okay, or regarding to the project or regarding to the task we are doing there. That explains you the scope. So how can the scope affect to the project? So if we have a correct planning, correct we are working under the whatever the requirements or available resources we are working out, and we are effectively working, yes, project will be done well. Okay. Then what are the things it may affect? Scope creep you have to be knowing here. What do you mean by scope creep? See, sometimes if while you are getting an order from the customer, they may ask you some single unit of the products there. So when you are started your project and performing the process and all, you are moving into the destination, but little bit of in between, customer may ask you increase the products number or a product quantity there. So what you have to do now? You can't stop that. Again you have to do the from the beginning. No, so that's what we say it as a scope creep. Again it is affecting to your time, affecting to your budget, affecting to your complete work process. Okay. So we have to be planning or plan before the project start, and by considering the scope that if there is a order change, if there is a quantity change by the customers, we must be ready, we must be adaptable to those changes. Okay. So this is the one thing may affect by the scope. There are n number like that. If there is some internal threats, okay, internal threats in the sense you may be affected by the resources. There may be material unavailability of material, unavailable of the labor resources and all, that also may affect here. Coming to the time, main thing, a failure of time management. While planning, if we are not managed well regarding the time, yes, it will affect to our project. Okay. So or you can say over time, we are taking as 30 days, it is moving to the 35 days of the completion of the project, then again it will affect to the project. So when we are planning it to that, we have to be flexible. So we give like tolerances what we use. Within this we have to complete out that. So effective time must be followed. Okay. Effective time management must be done. Okay. Then coming to the cost, see here, cost. Yes, there is an increase in the time. If there is a scope creep, obviously it will be varying in the budget. Okay. So this budget will be affected, will be targeted to the budget every time. Okay. Or if we are not getting a qualitized product, whatever the customer is expected, sure it will affect our budget. Fine. So these are the 3 main constraints: scope, time, cost. Next, moving into the next one. See, now moving into the next step level, whatever I am explaining, we have our own publications book, DCET, all 5 in 1, all 5 subjects in one book that is been available both in Flipkart, Amazon or through our website. You can go into the T.T.T Publications and order to our books. Okay, the same authors are going to teach you, a very good thing for you people also. Next, moving into the types of project. So, generally when we discuss what type of projects, we will come under construction project, manufacturing, management, IT, research projects. These are generally what we say. But to study in the depth, for what purpose or what basis we are doing the project. So, on the basis we are going to classify the project, or some basis we are going to classify the projects. So, coming to your syllabus, I am going to discuss on what basis you have. The first one is ownership and control. Okay, ownership and control. These are the types or classification of project. Okay, let's start up with this. On what basis? One thing, ownership and control. Who is controlling there? Who is investing for the project? Who is investing for the work there? Who is the head of that? Okay, so the first thing, it is being classified into 3 types. One is public projects, or we can say public sector, private sector and public project, private partnership projects. Okay, so PPP, what I can say. This one, first coming to the public. What do you mean by public here? Main thing, government is going to handle these things. Okay, government is investing for the work, government people are working there, government employees are working there. So for such projects we call it as public sector projects. Coming to the private, yes, individual person will be there. Okay, as a proprietorship, he is going to invest. Those private institution, private organization, those people are going to work for those projects. So such type of projects we call it as private projects. Okay, next coming to the private, public private partnership. Yes, the word says you, it's nothing but a joint sector. Both the public and private has been combined and working. Means if you can say public, that is government is investing, private institution or organization is working out the project. Okay, so simple thing, our Namma Metro. Okay, that government is invested and private organization is working for it. So that what we call it as joint sector or public private partnership. So such types of questions you may arise. They will give you one example. They may ask you what type of project it is. Okay, so you should be knowing, not only learning the definition of this students, you should also be knowing what examples we can. So as soon as I say public, private and all, you should think of what type of projects come under the public sectors, what type of projects come under the private sectors. Okay, fine. Next, moving into the next basis. This is one thing, ownership and control. On what purpose we are going to divide or classify the project. One thing, 2 types. One is profit oriented and another one is service oriented. Okay, see on what purpose we are working out. Profit in the sense, end of the day, money will be mattering. What is the turnover, end of the year, what turnover we have done. So profit, what profit we have got. So such type of projects we call it as profit oriented projects. If you take manufacturing, if you take mining, these are all profit oriented projects. Okay, coming to the service, yes, a NGO, here we are not expecting the money there. So on a service basis they are going to take out the projects, that we call it as service oriented projects. Okay, next you also have another classification on the basis of, if I take speed of implementation. Okay, or for what way we are implementing or for what speed we are going to implement. So based on this we have different types, that is normal projects, okay, crash project and disaster project. So simple way, normal in the sense, see event, I will directly give you the example, event management, they all come under the normal projects. Some celebrations, event organizations, these are all normal projects. There will be mainly no much profit gain or no much risk. Risky things are there, okay, so those are all come under, more skills are not required, so such type of projects we call it as normal projects. Coming to the crash projects, crash in the sense when there is a overlaps of time. Simple way I can tell you that if we had a 30 days duration when we have planned for the project, we had a time duration of 30 days, there is some sudden change, there is a creep in the time project, so they have reduced it to 25 days. Okay. I have told you already on the process of the project, they said that no, it is not within 30 days, 5 days less than that we need that project. So that is what a time overlaps is being done. Okay. So it means that crashing of the time. So what they are going to do? That is what such types of project we call it as crash projects. So they have to start planning now. Within that duration means they have to start with the contract. So some work has to be given to the shared with the other organization and they have to do the works. Okay. So such type of projects we call it as crash projects. Disaster, yes, this is main thing occurring due to environmental factors, due to flood, due to we can say drought, or due to some accidents, train accidents and all. So such type of disasters, that time we have to start with the new thing, we have to evacuate them, we have to change that into the new original one. So that type of projects we call it as disaster projects. Okay. So these are some simple examples for the classification of projects. Now the last thing we have to discuss is features. What are the characteristics of project? Okay, a most expected question from this types. So project, now whatever I told you, types of project, management, skills and all, simple way I can brief you out. The one thing, project is a goal oriented. Okay, we are working for some goal. That is what we call it as project is a goal oriented, and it is a time oriented. Time oriented means we have a certain start and we have certain end there, limited time duration. Okay, then we are getting very important word, thus unique result. See, you may take a similar projects, but end of the day we are getting with a new results. Okay, so that what we say it as unique result. If you write, simply I am telling you people, this year I am writing DCET, most of them also have been attended the previous year, means DCET is the same project, but the results is varying, no? So simple example, every project has its own or unique result. Okay, then these projects will be having risk or the uncertainties. Any project or any work, our day-to-day life also, there is no smoother life at all or a smoother project at all. We have to come under some issues, we have to face some risk, some uncertainties. Okay, that's what I said, you know, because of that uncertainties also we are getting one type of projects, disaster projects. Okay, fine. So these are some features or the characteristics of the project, and so I can say you every project is temporary. Okay, once we stop that project, we are getting into the same project again, but it is unique result, no? So if it will be called as temporary, and we always see the progressive in each project. Okay, continuous improvement, continuous progressive in each project. So these are the things what I discussed is completely based on some important points of the first chapter. So, and another one thing I like to tell you that whoever has taken our class or planning to take our class, the one advantage what you get from our institution is we have our own app. There you have a n number of MCQ series. Not only that, every day's class will be uploaded in our app also, so that you can use it as a revision classes. This is one thing, that is T.T.T Live Learn App. Okay, fine. Moving to the next, I like to discuss some MCQs also here. Few MCQs, how does the question may arise? The first question, basic nature of a project is, yes, basic nature, I told you, what is the characteristics there? Permanent, temporary, A or B, both A and B. So what are the thing? Answer, yes, basic nature of project is temporary, it is not permanent. So it is a temporary. Okay, then the project management characteristics are, yes, unique, temporary, progressive, all of this. Yes, project, it gives us a unique result. It is temporary, it is progressive. So D is the correct option. You should think before answering to that and answer. Developing a technology is an example of. The next question, develop a technology is an example of. Process, project, scope, none of this. See, process means some activities what we are doing. Project, scope, none of the above. Scope is nothing but the work what we are, complete work we are planning of. So project, yes, we are developing a new technology means that is nothing but a project. B is the answer there. Going to the next, event management. I told you normal project is the application of process management, project management, marketing management, HR management. B, correct answer, project management. Event management is a project management. Fine. Students, thank you so much for watching this. If you have not subscribed, you can subscribe our channel. And this is our previous year result. Not only the previous year, every year we have got a good result, and this year we have made a record of first state rank, that is Santrupt HR has got the first state rank, and these are the results. And for you if you need to join or you are willing to join to our classes, you can contact to the below numbers. We have started with the long term, both online and offline, with the recording classes. Thank you so much. Thank you.